Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Two, three, testing.
We know when we're live, going live feed, please. Thank you. And good evening again, members, and to those that are listening online. We have had opening announcements emailed out to us. So anybody has any other questions on that, you can send them through to member services. Members, I've received one apology from Councillor McClelland. IT, could I just say my screen's not working here, the middle screen? Oh, it's just coming up now. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Members, any other apologies from the floor? Nope. Okay, thank you for that. Members, agenda item 2, can I have a proposer and a seconder for the council minutes of November? Thank you, Councillor O'Hare, and a seconder, please. A seconder for the minutes. Thank you, Councillor Armstrong. Members, we agreed, or is there any matters arising from those? Okay, Councillor McElrath.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Yeah, listen, it's just a comment on the £20,000 investment in Portadown in lieu of the flooding, and just to welcome that. I know last Saturday was brilliant, good atmosphere in the town, and so on and so forth. And this Saturday coming up as well, I think is planned some events just to pass on to Julianne and Helen our appreciation for what they've done at short notice, and looking forward to this Saturday, hopefully weather permitting. It'll be another good day for business in town. But just arising out of that, Lord Mayor, if you don't mind, there's still issues and a lot of questions being asked around the Portadown area about how the water levels got to the state they were without businesses and so on not being warned, given that the rain and all had stopped. And it would just be, if it was the mind of the meeting, to write to DFI Rivers and ask them to meet with the DEA members in Portadown at some stage in the new year, just to give clarity on some of the issues. I know there's a lot of questions right across the board about how things developed and got to the stage they did. So if that would be in order, make that a proposal, Lord Mayor, just that we write to DFI Rivers and ask them to come and meet with our DEA members in Portadown. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor McElrath. Councillor Moutre.
Yep. Thank you, Lord Mayor. And it's just in reference to the minutes of our last council meeting. I know that Councillor O'Dowd raised concerns for the communication channels with DFI following their presentation to council in the October meeting. And I just want to add to that, that in that presentation, members were asked to make use of the online portal for reporting any faults. And I too would just like to register my frustration with communication channels with DFI, given their slow and oftentimes non-existent responses in repairing potholes, and particularly in light of the condition of the Northway last week in my DA. Now, for context, one of these potholes was at least 3 feet in diameter and several inches deep. And over the course of 3 days, myself and my colleagues, I know Councillor McElrath, we spoke to no fewer than maybe 30 people that sustained damages to their vehicles. And I have no doubt that the total number of people impacted was probably beyond double that. Not only was this a complete inconvenience to many people on the mouth of Christmas, driving to and from work, but it was an inconvenience to all those oftentimes maybe sustained punctured tires, broken alloys, getting about their daily lives. But it was also a massive threat to public safety. And for each of these people, they had to be repaired individually for compensation claims, which will, of course, no doubt be of massive cost to the public taxpayer. Now, all 4 of these potholes were individually reported on Saturday, the 9th of December, through the NI Direct portal as advised by DFI. And despite this, and multiple phone calls and emails made by myself and my colleagues, repairs did not take place until the early hours of Thursday, the 14th of December, 5 days on from when they were first reported. The Northway is perhaps the busiest and fastest road in my DA, and so far this year, there have already been multiple collisions, and I have already personally written to DFI on 2 occasions requesting that lines are repainted to improve road safety. Thankfully, and in my view, very luckily, on this occasion, no one was injured. And in this public forum, I would just like to register my complete frustration at the lack of communication with DFI and particularly with elected representatives. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Councillor Moultrie, would you like to second the proposal? Yeah. Okay. Are you okay with that, Carol, or do you need that up? Okay, that's great. Councillor Duffy, you had indicated, but you took your hand down. Is that right, or do you want to speak?
Yes, that's okay, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Councillor Duffy, can I ask you, can you hear us okay at home?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Perfect, that's great, good to know. Okay, members, I've had a proposer and seconder that we write to on Councillor McElrath's proposal. Any sanction on that? Are you content? Content with that? Yep, all good. Okay. Sorry, I've lost a thread here now. Have we got a proposer and seconder for the minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and we've had matters arising. Okay. Declarations of interest, members. Just take those as we proceed in the meeting. Agenda item number 4, committee meeting minutes of environmental services. Members, Councillor Hockian had an apology in for that. So Councillor Barry, are you content to propose? Thank you. Yeah, and a seconder on the Environmental Services Committee, please. Yes, thank you, Councillor O'Kane. Thank you. Members, are we all agreed? All agreed? Just conscious of not moving on too fast. Okay, thank you. Okay, members, minutes of the Planning Services Committee. Alderman Barr, are you content to propose? Yes, thank you. Alderman Kennedy, are you content to second? Yep, thank you. All agreed, members? All agreed? Yep. Okay, thank you. 4.3 members, minutes of the performance and audit. Alderman Greenfield, content to propose? Thank you. And Vice Chair, Councillor Hockey, you happy to second? Yes, thank you. Members, all agreed? All agreed. Just checking online here. Okay, that's great. Thank you. 4.4 members, minutes of the Leisure Services. Councillor Ian Wilson. Ian, are you happy to propose? Thank you for that. Vice Chair, Councillor O'Kane, are you content to second? Great, thank you. And members, all agreed? All agreed. Okay, thank you. 4.5 then, minutes of economic development. Councillor Kevin Savage, thank you, Councillor Savage, proposed by, and Vice Chair is Councillor Alexander. If you want to unmute.
Happy to second, Lord Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Alexander. Councillor Flaherty, is it on this? Yep, okay.
Yes, thank you, Lord Mayor. And if you'll just give me 1 second, I'm sure you probably guessed what I'm going to refer to. And it's the only opportunity I get, and I don't want to miss the opportunity. Some of you will know that I don't have a great heart for Christmas, but I always find that council give me a bit of that back. You'll have seen that yourself this year, Lord Mayor, as you've travelled the borough, greeting Santa and switching on trees from one end of it to the other. I believe council provides 49 trees. Countless switch-on events and markets and movie nights and all sorts of things have been hosted by so many community groups this Christmas. Now, the elf on the shelf helps, but he doesn't make it all happen. What does make it happen, as we know, is an elite team across a whole lot of departments in this council who work for months and months and months getting everything all ready for Santa to rock up and help you, Lord Mayor, press the big red button. So thank you to them all. But I'm sure you'll not be surprised that I have to mention the Relaxed Christmas event in Bleary. It just makes Christmas for me. And I, like you, Lord Mayor, popped in one Saturday, and unless you experience it, folks, it's really hard to describe the feeling. I believe 140 children and families had that Christmas experience that otherwise probably wouldn't have had for so many, many reasons. I know that feeling. and some maybe haven't seen Santa only for it. A fabulous team delivered that this year, and I'm telling you, if we can find some money down the back of a sofa, I will make sure that we see even more children next year. Now, another one I popped into, if I just may, Lord Mayor, was locally there. I had to have a wee word with Santa and Mrs. Claus at Goal Line in Portdown. They also provided two special Santa weekends for 69 children and young families. Santa knows that there's a big demand in his time. So it was precious time for families on the run up to the big day, and every child deserves a good Christmas. So look, can I just thank all the staff involved across the teams, and my colleague there in Portdown did also mention the Portdown Centre staff involved in delivering 2 events at very short notice, and they pulled together the most heartwarming wee video you ever did see about the town centre, and it was really, really good work in a very short space of time. So I suppose to thank those who have put in a hard shift here, and also can we start early into the next year, because what's good needs to be supported and enhanced, and what needs refreshed and changed needs looked at early. Lord Mayor, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Councillor Flaherty. And I actually raised this at, I can't remember, was it last month's full council meeting, that we want to have a meeting early in January to learn from what worked really, really well to what we could improve on, what maybe didn't work as well. And I think anybody that was at any of the events will be able to see that for themselves. And I hope, all being well, on behalf of the council, to visit the children's ward and some of the wards on Christmas Eve with the help of a Santa. So hopefully that'll go ahead, operational permitting for the hospital. So yes, thank you. And I think every councillor in the chamber concurs with everything you have said tonight. Okay. Members, are we content to move on then? Yes. Right. So 4.6, Governance Committee, Councillor Mackle. Is Councillor Mackle here? No. Is he online? No. He's not. Okay. Do we want to register Councillor Mackle as an apology? It's all right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Councillor Kyle Moutry, are you content to propose? Yes. Could someone from the Governance Committee then second those for me? Thank you, Alderman Moutry. So that's Councillor Moutry and Alderman Moutry proposed and seconded. Thank you. All agreed, members? All agreed. Thank you. Okay, members, agenda item 5 is the Chief Executive's report. It's one item for noting the scheme of delegation. Members, are we all content to note, or do we need to raise anything on that? Content? Yep. All good. Okay. Agenda item 6 then, schedule of correspondence. Could we take those on block? Again, they're all items for noting, 6.1 to 6.5. All content to note, members? Don't hear any dissension. Yep, thank you. Agenda item 7 then, schedule of documents requiring corporate seal. 5 items for approval. Members, any queries, questions? No. Could I have a proposer and a seconder for those, please? Thank you, Councillor Kevin Savage, and Councillor McConville Walker has seconded those. Thank you. Members, then could I have a proposer and a seconder to go into confidential business, please? Members that are listening online, we're now going to go into confidential business. So ICT are going to be turning off the live feed. ICT, if you could. I'll wait until ICT, if you could let me know when we're back on. Okay, thank you, ICT. So we're back. Okay, members, there is one item of any other business, and that's over to Alderman Barr. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Lord Mayor. Thank you very much, Madam Lord Mayor. Half an hour has been pretty quick, so we'll not keep us too long. As we approach an historic juncture, the 80th anniversary of D-Day in World War II, this milestone is etched in the annals of time, signifies a pivotal moment in the arduous struggle for freedom and the profound sacrifices made by countless individuals in the pursuit of lasting peace. It is incumbent upon us not merely to recollect the significance of D-Day, but also to comprehend its impact on our community and the global landscape. D-Day stands as a turning point, a moment when courage, resilience, and unity triumphed over the forces of tyranny. My question of council is this: what plans and initiatives are set in motion by our esteemed council to commemorate this historical occasion? What events or ceremonies are being organised to pay tribute to the heroes who valiantly fought on the beaches of Normandy? How will our community unite to remember the sacrifices of those who served on that fateful day? Additionally, can we explore the specific significance of D-Day to our ABC council area? How did the events of June the 6th, 1944 resonate within our community? Were there individuals, and I'm sure there's plenty of individuals from our region who played pivotal roles in the liberation efforts? Understanding these local connections enriches our appreciation for the shared heritage that binds us. If there are no plans, Madam Lord Mayor, I propose that at the earliest opportunity and at the relevant committee, plans begin, be it through educational initiatives, memorial service or community events, or the lighting of beacons as part of the UK-wide initiative. Let us collaborate in commemorating this momentous occasion. Together we can ensure that the legacy of D-Day endures, inspiring future generations with the profound lessons of courage, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a world free of oppression. Thank you, Madam Lord Mayor. Let's utilise our collective efforts in honouring our D-Day heroes.
Alderman Burns, just for accuracy of the minutes, would you mind emailing that to Carol? That statement that you've just read out there, just to make sure that it's all, everything's there. Is that okay? You happy enough to do that? Thank you. I was going to bring Seamus in, but I'll let Alderman Burns come in first. Thank you.
Lord Mayor, thank you for letting me in. Just to second the proposal there made by Alderman Barr, I think it is a significant milestone 80 years on from D-Day lands, where lots of heroics were carried out to liberate the world from tyranny. And I think it's very important that this council marks it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you for that. Seamus, can I call you in? Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. And just to take and to answer the question, the planning for D-Day 2024 does sit as an action within the community development team, falling within the 24-25 action plans. So similar to previous planning, officers will be reviewing what's planned in other areas, but they will be developing a plan, but that will be brought back through working group before preparing reports on committee. So it's a programme of work like members will have seen before, and it'll be subject to agreement with members and working through that process between officers and members through the working group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Seamus. Alderman Barr, are you content with that? Members, we all agreed? All agreed? Yes, thank you. Okay, members, that concludes our full council meeting for December. all I would ask is that everyone has a blessed Christmas. You take care when you're out on the roads and have a lovely family time. Thank you.